Yeah. Oh, there we are, out on the Kawasaki W800. Yeah, it's evening. What I'm doing, as you know, the channel is coming up to its first anniversary. Yeah. I had the Kawasaki W800 before I bought the classic 500, so Wendy's the oldest bike in my ownership I've got. Yeah. And I do really like her, but what I want to do is go through all my bikes. I've only got 4 at the moment. Is go through all 4 of them and do like a little review, like I did with Bertie. I'm going to do with the Kawasaki, and I know it's not long since we last looked at the Kawasaki, but this young fella, my lad Bart, he brought in the W800, didn't he, into that you know, classics and retros, a whole argument. So I thought, well, let's do it again. I've got I want to show everybody my motorbikes anyway, and I reckon I've just got enough time before the anniversary to do that. So yeah, so today is the Kawasaki W800 CAF. Yeah. Hopefully you'll be interested in it. I know a lot of you are purely Royal Enfields through and through, but I'm going to go up to one of my favourite spots. You know, you might recognise it, but look at these colours, they're marvellous, aren't they? This church, yeah. But we'll hang right here. We'll go up to Hawley, up to the castle, up to the moat. Yeah. It's been torrential rain today, and the roads are fairly lethal, what with the mud and the leaves and everything. But it is such a lovely little road to ride. I have to go a bit steady, slow it says. But yeah, so that's the plan. I mean, everyone knows the Kawasaki W800. It's in this country, it's been in and out of the shops. It's been for sale, it's been withdrawn, it's been for sale. And at the moment, I don't think you can order a new one. I might be wrong. I get a bit confused by it. But there you go. You're down in the southern hemisphere. I still think they're going crazy for them, yeah, and you're paying full prices and all the books are okay. Yeah, you run away. Did you see that pheasant? Look. Because one of the things that I always say is Wendy is just a little bit too quiet. Yeah, I'd like some louder pipes on her, but her sound is splendiferous, and I'll let you have a little listen to her when I stop. Yeah, marvellous. So we'll pull over here. Oh, there's a cone. Yeah, marvellous. I wonder what that cone's doing there. But let's get up here and just have a look. Yeah. So there we go. What I'll do is I'll just let you have a little listen from behind. I mean, it is marvellous, isn't it? You'll see she's very dirty. Like I say, it's been raining quite a lot. I'll just change cameras. So, here we are. Yeah, Kawasaki W800 CAF. Bought a brand new from Orwell's. It had been sat there for quite some time. It had been pre-registered, but for some reason they just didn't sell. but I'd always kept an eye out on her, because I find her, I don't know, something intriguing about it. It looks so genuine, and it is so genuine. Yeah, it's got this bevel cam business going on. The original didn't have that. The original W1 was a copy of the BSA A7, I think it was. But if you talk to a lot of people, they always lump it in. Oh, it's Kawasaki having a go at Triumph. Well, it's not. It never was. It's Kawasaki reproducing a Kawasaki W1. And there are quite a lot of differences, but it's kept the spirit. The exhaust's the same, tank's similar shape. And of course this is the CAF version. And I think they've done a really good job at doing the CAF version. Yeah, I really like it. It hasn't got clip-ons, it's got like these ace bars. Yeah, ignore my quad lock stuff. Yeah, lovely big tank, bubbly everything, nice exhaust, bit quiet, that's all. Disc brake front and back. I put that back on, yeah, it was about 100 quid, including the rack and everything, and it's been fine for a couple of years. Back end, yeah, I think that looks alright, doesn't it? What do you think? It's not bad. It'd be dead easy to alter if you wanted to, but I don't want to. I quite like it as it is. No centre stand fitted yet. I know, it's terrible, isn't it? But that's about the only negative thing I can say about her. Yeah, spoke wheels, black. She's dirty. Like you know, I use all my bikes all the time and they get dirty. I use them all year round, so I have to clean them every now and then. Yeah. And the view, the seat is marvellous, as you know. Mrs. Tame isn't a fan of that seat. No. And there's the clock, simple, dead simple. I'll go through those when I get back on. But handles, okay. Tyres are not that great, to be honest. They're alright in the wet, for the conditions, but that's about it. So what I'll do is I'll get back on her and we'll get going, and I'll do a little bit more muttering. Yeah, there you go. Wendy Kawasaki W800 here at the moat at Hawley Castle. Yeah, there was a castle in those trees once upon a time. And aren't there some lovely colours coming out now? It's autumn. Yeah, marvellous. Right, ignition on. Not a lot for it to do. It's on the clock. Basic instrumentation. There we go. And we're off. You'll notice Mickey Mouse mirrors, absolutely fine. On the ace bars, obviously opens them out a little bit. Would I have had a normal W800? Yeah, I think I would, if that had been sat there. So yeah, no trouble. As you know, Ice Diddy has one. It's marvellous. Two clocks round, yeah, analog, yeah, marvellous. And all the switchgear good. I mean, Kawasaki haven't skimped on this bike at all. I've said it a few times. This is like, it must be like a lost leader for them, certainly in the UK, because it is a very, very high standard. For everything. And I mean, the engine is virtually bomb-proof. Yeah, it's about 45 brake horsepower, something like that. Top speed of, I don't know, 110, something like that. Pretty equal to the original W1 650. which I think in 1966 was about the fastest that they had. Yeah, a real competitor for the British bikes. Yeah, but if we, the brakes are absolutely fantastic. Yeah, brakes fantastic. The acceleration's not bad. It's a busy, buzzy little bike. So don't get on one thinking it's going to be vibration free. It's not. It is silky smooth. I forgot that I was turning down here. It does have a buzz about it, which is why I've got foam grips on it. Yeah, and you can feel it a little bit in the seat as well and in the pegs. But it's, every bike's different, aren't they? And none of them particularly bother me on the vibrations. Brakes, clutch is light as a feather, gearbox silky smooth. The headlamp is amazing. It's the best headlamp on a motorbike that I've got at the moment. Yeah, it's really good nighttime riding. And I bought it. I managed to persuade Mrs. Tame into believing that it was a winter bike. Yeah, and it has been a winter bike, as all my bikes are. Yeah, all my bikes are all year-round bikes. Marvellous. But if we do the senses, taste, that I don't taste them. To touch, pure quality, everything feels really nice. It's a pleasure washing and polishing, but it just is, and that takes us onto looks as well, because it is a pleasure to look at. Yeah, it really is a marvellous bike to look at, I think, and I prefer the calf to look at than the Roadster, or whatever they call it. I think they do 2 or 3 different versions. But no, I like the calf. It looks. Many people have asked me if I've done it myself, and I haven't. Of course I haven't. It's standard. This is a standard bike, and it is marvellous. Yeah, in all speeds, motorway. You get on the motorway, and it goes like Billy-O. And when I say Billy-O, I really mean Billy-O. Yeah, I do, because you could easily lose your license on it. Yeah, it's not the fastest thing in the world, but it's certainly got Kawasaki going. The W1 ran from about 1960 to about 1974, something like that. And then they recreated it, didn't they, with the W650, the W1 and W2, of course. But yeah, so to look at, marvellous. So what have we done? Taste, touch, to look at, sound. It sounds marvellous, and I do have a little clip of a drive-by I did with it and pulling up, which I might include in this video. Yeah, that'd be marvellous, wouldn't it? And then what have we got? Get to the 6th. How does it make me feel? It makes me feel marvellous riding her. I love it. And one of the best things about it is, one, you know it's going to start. Two, you know it's not costing you very much money, and it's going to do phenomenal miles. And it looks so good. It's nice to be on a bike that looks so good. Even at my age now, these S-bars, they're not too much. No, I find them okay. The mirrors are just about perfect as you can get. Yeah, it's just a marvellous motorcycle, and if it wasn't, I wouldn't have it, would I? No. Is it a forever bike like Bertie? I don't know. I'd like to think so, but you know, if times got hard or something better came along, but you know, I've been looking for something better. Have I found it? I don't know. Not enough to make me push it out the garage, that's for sure. Yes, I found some lovely bikes. Notably, the would be splendid for a screen, of course, and Paddington and the Rocket. Yeah, in this year it's been a busy year, hasn't it? So anyway, as for Bart, I think, and the Retro, I think this is probably as close as you're gonna get, like any of the other bikes, you know. And Kawasaki, yeah, they make all sorts of things. We've established that in my last video, you know. Not my last one, the one before, you know, the ranty one, the one I had to apologise for being such a rant. I find for the handling down the back lanes, obviously not when it's wet like it is now and slippy and greasy and horrible, you can really go on this bike and you feel like, yeah, I guess, road ahead closed, don't think so. You feel like you're in the 1960s doing the calf races, yeah, getting from calf to calf, gonna beat your mate, yeah, marvellous bike, marvellous feeling. And I guess I think that's about it. That's about all I can say for it. I put the bag on, you know that, and it's been really useful and really cheap. Got that from Moto Legends, really marvellous shop, and it's SW Motec or something like that. But anyway, I think I'll leave it there. Yeah, I've said all I want to say about it. Cracking bike, Kawasaki. Cracking Kwaka. Yeah, I think that might appear somewhere. Yeah, marvellous. Ta-ta.